Oh my god, I can't stop recording and talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello and welcome to X and Y Gaming, Casually Competitive. It's still not the name of my channel anymore. And in this, I'm gonna do the Mystical Space Typhoon. MST negates now. Alright, so look, select target one spell trap on the field, destroy that target. It doesn't negate. But, with the help of a trap card, it does, actually. So, look. Someone somewhere thought it would be super cool and funny if they made an entire archetype around MST. And I agree. So I'm going to be very proud. Okay, look, when I really wanted to build a deck, I built this. All right, I built illusions. I built an illusion deck. These are using all the hecatonkery illusions. And it must be so good. It's not. It's terrible. It's also made specifically to counter my buddy Bezdian's Lunalight deck. And it does it poorly and not well at all. But anyways, so that's one I made. Here's one I net decked. I was very disappointed. They only had the one Hecatonkery, and I had to come back in and retroactively put in Xeno. And then you have things like the more serious illusions. Wait. The new Yugi attempt, where I did build this. You'll have something like the Yummy deck I talked about the other day. I net decked this. I didn't build this. I don't know how to build Yummy. You know how I build new decks? When I see new decks, I go in and I add 3 of every card that is in there, and whatever, and then I just go from there because I don't know what I'm doing. But one deck I did do. This is the point of me bringing all this up, is because I actually did build this one by myself. And the reason it's called Per MST, I think that's all I need to type to get this. Yeah, I played a Pearly deck. I had these 2 cats in here, and then some of their Xyz monsters, and then I played a bunch of their quick play spells. Because the whole point of these guys is they get off on quick play spells, and some of them will get off on your opponent's quick play spells. But I digress. Does quick play spells from Purely, maybe I did it wrong, I don't know, but I took them out. The name is still there. Alright, so anyways, so basically, look, if you want a quick crash course on how to build literally any Yu-Gi-Oh deck, even though I literally have no idea what I'm talking about, okay, look, you want 2 to 3 of your lower monsters, right? I have 3 of this guy, because he, on summon, adds any one spell trap, Magnificent spell trap that I want. Okay. Then I got 2 of this guy, because he only adds another monster. And really the only monsters I'm going to go after is probably maybe this guy, this gal, or the yellow gal. The yellow guy. Whatever. Right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I should be playing 3 of him. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I played 3 of this guy because he summons straight from the deck. Now, here's the thing. This gal does it on summon. Is that a dude? Look, I don't know. They're paper. It doesn't matter. But this one only does it as a whatever. When if a Magnificent Quick Play or MST is activated, you can special summon a Magnificent monster from your deck with a different name from the monsters you control. Also, you cannot special summon the rest of the room except wind monsters. It's not as relevant. So basically, okay, I've got 3 of these things because I like them. I've got lesser numbers of the higher ones because I don't necessarily want to draw into them. It's nice if they're in your hand because they have abilities that summon themselves, but that's not the point. The point is they're very searchable. Like, this guy can search these if I really want them. And then the spell cards, which are also very searchable. Like, this one is basically Foolish Burial. So you'll Foolish one of these 2, and they'll summon themselves with their own effect. And, oh my gosh, it's great. I don't think I've talked about, like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. But anyways, oh, right. Your guys that search stuff and are easy to summon, the guys that can be searched or otherwise whatever, and then they summon themselves, and then the core cards to the strategy, that make it worth playing, and then everything else is just hand traps. I guess that's really what it all boils down to, you know. It's all like I don't know. Well, anyways, I also don't know how I landed on 41 cards. I'm really usually a stickler about that, but I don't know. I felt it today. And so anyways, we got the 3 yellow, the 2 of this one, the 3 of Sue, and I think that is a lady. And so then I got 2 ladybirds, the 1 blue thing, and then Phonix, because I'm hooked on Phonix. Then you got the extra cards and hand traps. This thing is basically all hand traps. Like, you got your Moltrami, Fuulus, and Perulia. This is like a staple combo common for me now at this point. Your Ash Blossom, your Effect Veiler, called by, cross out, Infinite Impermanence, the Songs of the Dominators, Dominus Purge. Alright. So you got all these the triple tactical talents, although that one's not quick play. Because look, this deck loves quick plays. Like this guy, where is it? Boom. If a quick play spell is activated, literally any quick play, if your opponent activates a quick play spell, if a quick play spell is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand, period. It is so easy to summon these things, or these things. In fact, these 2 are even easier to summon, and it's why you'd want to Foolish Burial them. It took me way too long to realize that, but I might actually consider playing a second copy, maybe. But anyways, so look. These 2 are the high-level ones. You basically want them in the graveyard, or you can just special summon them straight from the deck. Dealer's choice. These 2 are fantastic. I probably should consider playing them at 3. Well, I don't know yet. And then, I really want to talk about the quick plays. I don't know how to do this. I guess we'll go with, the Searcher one, I guess. So basically, all of these quick play spell cards have 2 very similar effects setups, and that's that you can choose one of them to activate. If you have 2 copies in your hand, you can activate both, but you can only use one of each effect. And then, of course, you wouldn't be able to activate a third one. But, well, that's fine. So, look, so you have this one that says add a level 4 or lower Magnificestorm monster from your deck to your hand, or add MST from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That's, again, they all do that. They do one thing or recycling MST. You either add it or recycle it. And this one is probably my favorite. It's like a lower Graceful Charity. It's draw 2 cards, and they discard a Magnificestorm card or a quick play card. And that is very important. What's also very important is if you don't, if you do not have any in your hand, discard your entire hand. So watch out for that. Well, anyways, so you look, draw 2, discard 1, or recycle or add MST. Search and add Magnificestorm level 4 or lower, or add and recycle MST. And then this one is send a Magnificestorm monster from your deck to the graveyard, or add and recycle MST. So, and they all do that. But like I said, these 2 get their effects off of summoning, off of any quick play. So even if you're like, oh, well, I activate, draw 2, discard 1, and they go, well, I'm going to Ash Blossom that, and you go, well, I'm going to Called by the Grave that. Well, you would have already gotten off of that one, but but it's all said and done, you'll still be able to get it off of this, so. Either way, it's great. It's really great. And here's the best part. I promise you I'm getting there. So look, we'll start with the blue one. Well, I guess we'll start with the Ladybird. So it says here, it's can't be destroyed by battle or card effects while your opponent controls no spell traps. It comes up every now and again. But anyways, you can only use the following effects. So here's the thing. If a quick play spell is activated, any quick play spell, like these guys, you know, this is on normal summon, and this guy is only if a Magnificent Storm quick play spell or MST. So chances are, unless it's a mirror match, your opponent's not really going to be playing Magnificestorm spell cards. They're probably also not going to be playing MST. But I guess there is a slight possibility chance when you're playing this deck, your opponent could, I guess, have MST. But, you know, for all I know, this might be an OCG-only deck. They might not even actually make this into TCG. I don't know. Maybe I hope they do. I know, I guess it won't matter to me. I'm still going to be playing it on Edo Pro anyway. Anyways, okay, look. So they all have that ability. If a quick play spell card is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that's one thing, okay? But if it's in your graveyard, and this guy has that effect too, if it's a Mystical Space Typhoon is activated, specifically Mystical Space Typhoon is activated while they're in the graveyard. And trust me, this whole deck is all about MST, so it's super easy to pull that off. So while MST is activated while they're in the graveyard, you get to special summon them for free. Or if they end up in your hand, then you can just special summon them for free. Or if you get him off of this yellow fella's effect, while you have him on the field, and then you play a Magnificent spell or trap or MST, you can summon one of these for free. Whichever way you go about it, there are 3 ways to summon these 2 cards here. They are very easy, and it should never, ever, ever be at the cost of a normal summon. Let's see, what else? I mean, that's basically it. Oh, ooh, okay, look, the trap card that actually keeps this whole thing together. So, look, these guys can special summon themselves, okay? If you have MST in your graveyard, or if your opponent has no spell traps, then you can special summon Suin, Erdum, and Megala. And you can summon all 3 of these like that. So it's actually best sometimes to keep at least 1 MST in your graveyard. However, so look, Storming Sovereign Tyranny. Also keep in mind, okay, Storming Sight Trance, Storming Stanza Tribute, Storming Summoning Technique, MST. Alright. MST trap card. It says, once per turn, you target 3 click play spells in your graveyard, including a Magnificent card. Apply these in FX in sequence. Shuffle them into the deck and draw 1 card. I'm going to tell you right now, I stopped reading there. Because the only thing I know is I get to draw a card when it's done, and I get to recycle some of my spell cards. Here's the important part. Could you choose 1 each of these? Well, yeah, absolutely you could. But also, you could choose just one of the best ones, and then recycle your Called by the Grave and cross out Designator. You can also recycle your Forbidden Droplets, and I guess also your MSTs. But, I mean, the fact that you can sit here and recycle these also, that's incredible. That's so good. Plus, you have a chance of drawing into it, but, I mean, like immediately because of that. But anyways, but then it goes on to say that your wind monsters that you control will gain 300 attack and defense for the rest of this turn. It's 300. It's not a lot, but it adds up over of the other effects that are in here. Like Great Fly, who can be summoned with any 2 wind monsters, has 1400 attack on its own, but as soon as it hits the board, it'll have 19, because all of your wind monsters will start gaining 500 attack and defense. So, like, you know, dude's got 500 attack. You're not going to do a whole lot of damage with that. Dude's got 1300. What is that? 5, 6, 7, 1800 attack. So you can trade these 2 in. Like, yeah, you could leave the yellow fella on the field. And I've tried that too. Leave him on the field so you can get an extra body on board if your opponent doesn't just, you know, deal with it immediately or whatever. But let's see. So what oh, right. So Great Fly, so these 2, you trade them in for either Great Fly for an extra 500 attack, or, oh my gosh, hang on, oh my gosh, where did you go? Get up there. Okay, so now, they do that, and then where is it? 300, you get 500 from this guy, and I swear there's another effect somewhere giving an attack boost, but is it this one? All of your opponents. No, no. This one just negates stuff. This one, oh, right. So, like, they have summon abilities, but they also have onboard abilities. And it says, when your opponent activates a monster effect while you have MST in your graveyard, as a quick effect, you can negate that effect. And then if you happen to have 2 more MST in your graveyard, you can destroy that monster too. That's what I've said. Sometimes it's best to keep them in your graveyard, but, you know, whatever. That's literally saying you have all 3 in there. And then this one's probably my favorite. This is why I'm hooked on Phonix. And that's because anytime a quick play... Well, once per turn you can do this, obviously. But if a quick play spell is activated, again, any quick play spell, not just your Magnificent Stormy, not just MST, and not just your own. If a quick play spell card is activated, you can target up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Any 2 cards. It does have to target, but they don't have to be face up. And they don't have to just be monsters. You target up to any 2 cards your opponent controls, shuffle them into the deck. It kind of sucks that they'll have the chance to draw into them again, but I mean, especially with extra deck monsters, like, yeah, they could just summon them again, but like, at least, you know, they're off the field. It's great. It's fantastic. I am hooked on Phonix. And then, I know I'm missing something else for what this... Totem Bird. Totem Bird. Totem Bird comes out with 1900 attack. If you also happen to play with Blade Fly and with the trap card with the effect, I mean, my God, that's like 2700 attack or something. I don't know. I'm not good at math. But more importantly, again, you're trading in 2 cards, like usually speaking, like Erdom and Megala. Maybe sometimes Sue and Megala, but like whatever. You know, they're low enough attack that it won't matter. And chances are you're probably, like, he's just going to add it to the hand. And unless you're adding one of these ones that can summon themselves after another effect is activated. And if this guy, you could try to get another body on board during your opponent's turn. But I'm just saying, while it is good to maybe get a little more advantage on the board, I trade them in for Totem Bird because he's very cheap to make. You know, they're all of these low level ones are level 3. They're all wind attributes, so it's just really easy to go into Totem Bird. And then the most important thing about Totem Bird is that as a quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from it to negate the activation and destroy a spell trap. And it loses 300 attack while it has no materials. Wildly irrelevant. You're really just trying to stop the spell traps. You know, you stop the spell trap with Totem Bird. Maybe you negate something, destroy something with that, or just activate any of these cards, which will trigger off your Phonix. So shuffling 2 of the cards back out of your way, so you know bye-bye, you ain't got to worry about them, you know. It's pretty all right. It's you know, there's a lot of disruption between the Phonix, between your other you know, I guess these cards don't really do anything. They just kind of help your plays. But like your other cards, of course, you know, all that's what the whole point of the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Hand traps are for. And just all around, it's a pretty nice deck. Now, I will say again, I did build this myself. So you've got cards like K9X Werewolf. Is that something I can use in this? I don't know. The Acid Golem, Leviathan Dragon. Anyone remember playing this when it first came out? Levier, the Sea Dragon. I used to play this in Blue Eyes. Like, you know, just generic stuff. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, Splittle Knight, Masquerena. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know. Like, I understand the basic core concepts of deck building. Like, you want to have some hand trap interruption. You want to have cards that complement yours. So these guys like quick play spells. So the powerful quick play spells. But, like, I feel like these are pretty common quick play spells. I don't know. And then, you know, the cross-out designator is good. So if you're like, oh, I summoned Suin and I use his effect, and they go, I Ash Blossom, and you ain't got called by the grave, but you got cross-out. You can cross-out, hit your own Ash Blossom to use your Ash Blossom to stop your opponent from using their Ash Blossom against you. Right? Right. Okay, so you can also switch out cards in between games, and you can go, oh, that guy got a Harpy's Feather Duster off on me. Well, I'll just cross out Designate Lightning Storm. You know, you switch all these out into Nibiru. You know, Dimension Shifter. I don't know. Just normal. Normal? Well, it's just common cards people use. People, like, everyone plays Infinite Impermanence. Everyone plays Ash Blossom. You know, if Maxi was legal, everyone would play Maxi, but now it's not, so now they're playing Mulcharmies. Yeah, it's just, like I said, I just really wanted to try out the deck, see what it was doing, and I think I did a pretty good job. But, you know, I'm sure I'm not going to go win some crazy local tournament anytime soon. And God knows if I played Bezgian with this, you know, if I win any games against Bezgian, it's in his damn Lunarlight deck, it's going to be because of the hand traps and interruptions and not the Magnificestorming monsters. I don't know, maybe by the time I get Phonix off, he'll scoop, but like, you know, like I was able to get him to scoop after summoning Cupsy Yummy, you know. I don't think I'm going to strike the same fear in his heart with Magnificestorming Megala. I summon my yellow guy, and then I scoop. You know, I don't know. It's just a fun deck. Like I said, just thought I'd try it out, and thought I'd share what I got so far. And so far, so good. Had a lot of great fun with it, and as I continuously keep saying, I am hooked on Phonix. And as I also keep saying, thank you for watching. Jesus loves you, and I love you too.